Hello everyone, nice to meet you again with the Disney 3D Art YouTube channel. In today's video it will be the character the Huntsman from the movie Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. The Huntsman, named Humbert in some publicity materials, is a servant of the evil queen and a minor character in Disney's 1937 animated feature film, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. For the sequence in which the Huntsman fails to do away with Snow White and tells her to flee into the forest, the Huntsman was first conceived as a ruthless and dangerous killer, who looked forward to his job such that his face would light up when the queen gave him new instructions. A large amount of dialogue would have been required to explain why he could not carry out his task and what Snow White then had to do. However, it was felt that this version of the story contained too delicate acting from the characters involved, presenting difficulties for the animators. After more story meetings, Walt Disney suggested that the scene involve Snow White helping a lost, frightened baby bird, to emphasize her innocence and thus create a stronger situation. How the Huntsman should drop the knife and whether Snow White should notice the knife before or after it is dropped generated a large amount of discussion, and Walt Disney suggested that the Huntsman be kept in shadow to create a more dramatic situation. A story meeting held on June 27, 1936, mentions several elements of the scene that are present in the final film, including the Huntsman's voice echoing after Snow White as she flees. The Huntsman says, "The Queen. The Queen, go, go. Go and never return to the castle for the sake of not only yourself, but for those who love you. Don't return," after being told by the magic mirror that Snow White is the fairest of all. The vain queen summons the Huntsman to her castle and orders him to take the princess to a secluded area deep in the forest and kill her. The Huntsman objects, but says he will obey when the queen silences the Huntsman and reminds him of the penalty for failure. He is given a box in which to put Snow White's heart, as proof to the queen that her stepdaughter is dead. The Huntsman follows the princess to a secluded glade in the forest, where she picks wildflowers. As she notices a baby bird and helps it to find its parents, the Huntsman, after checking to see that the two are alone, begins to quietly advance on her, wielding his dagger. Just as the baby bird has flown away, Snow White sees a shadow on the rock in front of her and, turning around to see the advancing, dagger-wielding Huntsman, shrieks in terror. The Huntsman hesitates, however, and finally drops the dagger from his trembling hand, realizing he cannot murder someone as pure as Snow White. Kneeling before the princess, and awkwardly wiping his tears in her dress, he pleads her to forgive him, and reveals that the queen wants her dead out of jealousy. She takes his advice and flees into a deeper part of the forest, eventually coming to the cottage of the Seven Dwarfs. The queen is later seen with the heart box returned. She once again consults the magic mirror, who informs her that Snow White still lives and that the heart in the box in the queen's hands is that of a pig. Realizing the Huntsman tricked her, the queen furiously descends into her laboratory and resolves to do away with her stepdaughter herself. It can be assumed that the penalty for the Huntsman's evident failure to complete his task would have been death or execution. However, since the queen was more fixated on destroying Snow White and died before she could return to her castle, she never got the chance to do anything to the Huntsman, and it is unknown what happens to him afterward. Although it could be assumed that he fled the kingdom immediately after giving the queen the heart box. First is paint the skin, then wear the Hunt's outfit for Huntsman, don't forget to wear the boots. Next is to wear and cloak, then color the black hair and draw the hairstyle for Huntsman. Finally, wear the cap and decorate the face for Huntsman. So the character the Huntsman from the movie Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs has been completed. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to receive the new notify. At the same time, download the app and go to the website DisneyStore to shopping online, as well as Disney Plus to watch some movies and TV shows for free, used by many people of the world. Okay, Thanks for watching and see you next time.